This past Saturday, Washington Elite came into Turner Gymnasium to battle the Lynchburg College Hornets. Hornets jumped on them right away, got out to a 22-2 lead, just a margin that was real tough for Adam Hutchinson's squad to try and come back from. After the game, I talked to the head coach of W&L to get his thoughts on his team's performance against Lynchburg.
Not the result you guys wanted. What do you think got you in such a big hole?
Well, we allowed them to shoot 50% on the game. Pretty much not going to win that. They had more assists and turnovers. They took more shots than us. They outplayed us across the board.
Let's talk about some guys that stood out to me today as impressive. I think, a lot of coaches in the league tell me that they're always impressed with JDI. He gave effort. I thought Whitaker, for a young guy, played well. Who'd you see that you can take away and say, we did okay on some points?
I thought JD played well. Honestly, that's about it. And that's not going to be good enough. We got to figure out how to play better.
To me, though, it seemed like you guys didn't give up. You were still battling.
No, we did not give up.
Just getting in that hole really kind of hurt. How do you put this one to bed with them and say, hey, we're focused on the next game?
Well, you have to. There is a next game, and Hampton-Sydney ain't gonna be feeling sorry for us because we struggled today. Actually, you know what? Let me back up. Kevin Gill played well. JD and Kevin Gill, I thought, played well. But you got to put it past you. You got to learn the lesson. You got to learn from it. You got to move forward. That's all there is.
In terms of style, it seemed like they really dictated tempo. Where did you want the game in terms of a score, or was it just slow them down, or did you feel like you could?
I want to have more points than that.
Right.
That could be 38-37. That could be 107-106. It doesn't really matter.
But do you feel like you're a better slow-down team, or can you go up-tempo with these guys?
We don't really worry too much about that. We focus more on decision-making and efficiency issues. And so, if you look, they shoot 50%.
Right.
They play that same pace. If they shoot 30%, you're in the game. But they shot 50%, and that's what bit us. They had more assists and turnovers. We didn't defend well enough. Now, obviously, it's easier to defend if you can stop a team from running at you.
Right.
And at some point, you got to slow them down. We kept backing up, and then we let them do what they wanted to do.
Talk about Hampton-Sydney will be the next game. What worries you about the Tigers?
Well, they beat us at our place. In the years I've been in the league, they're probably about close to twice as good at their place as they are on the road. And so, it's not going to be an easy game to go in there and play them. They got a ton of size, a ton of talent. What doesn't worry me about Hampton-Sydney?
Coach, best of luck in that one. We'll talk to you down the line.
All right, thanks, Bob.
Brandon Connor scored 16 points for the Hornets, tying the team lead, along with Austin Shalimi, who also had 16. Nate Campbell finished up with 15. But after the game, I got Brandon's thoughts on the game and more. Lynchburg rebounded off a loss to Hampton-Sydney last Wednesday to knock down Washington Elite. This Wednesday, they have the defending tournament champion, Randolph-Macon, coming into Turner Gym. Brandon Connor shared his thoughts on a variety of subjects right here on the Sports Buffet podcast.
Obviously, a lot of people got in the scoring column. What did you see well from your team early on?
We shared the ball a lot, and we had a lot of energy on offense and defense, which is kind of our thing this year. We like to move the ball and help each other on defense.
What was the mindset of the team coming off a tough one on Wednesday to Hampton-Sydney?
We were just saying we got to get it back. We can't. Every game is important, and we got to take every game one step at a time, and the next game is the most important.
Who impressed you from your group today?
I was probably most impressed with Austin Shalimi. He goes hard every day in and day out, and crashes sports. He does all the little things and the big things that we need him to do.
Obviously, the three ball is a big part of your guys' offense. Talk about when one guy's hitting. Is it a contagious type thing with you all?
Yeah, but mostly it's us sharing the ball. If one guy hits a shot, it'll be the first thing we do is point to someone else. So it's more about the assist more than the points. Next
game on the schedule is the biggest game, Randolph-Macon on Wednesday. What do you guys have to do to get that one too?
Same as this game, bring a lot of energy, a lot of ball pressure, got to knock down our shots, and overall just play tough.
Always good when you get to play a lot of guys. Chris Humphreys and I grilled Hilliary Scott after the game. Lynchburg moves on and ups their ODAC record to 5-3 in a real battle in the ODAC right now, as the league always is. Hilliary Scott gave his thoughts on who he thought played well and more. Lynchburg awaiting Randolph-Macon on Wednesday. Here's Hilliary Scott on the Sports Buffet podcast.
That was obviously a pretty good way to bounce back after struggling in Sydney a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, our guys responded. Played with a little bit more focus today, a little bit more energy. That's kind of been our deal at home this year. So I'm proud of our guys for responding, coming back, after not playing so great on Wednesday. But Sydney's got a good team. I mean, they're really good. I wasn't picked number 2 preseason polls for nothing. So, luckily we'll have a chance to try to play a little better the next time they come to our place.
It seemed like W&L's style wasn't really conducive to yours in terms of if you got up big, they were going to have trouble coming back. What did you see with that early spurt?
Well, I think, you never in this league, I don't think a lead is ever too comfortable, to be honest with you. And they got some guys that can make threes. I is a tough matchup inside. They really do a good job on the glass. And, so we know that coming out of the locker room at halftime, we had a nice lead, but we knew they were going to come out swinging. They're a good team, they're well coached. They got some guys who played a lot of minutes, and we knew we were going to be in a dogfight for 40 minutes.
27 assists comes back to sharing the ball and getting a lot of open looks.
I mean, no question. I mean, we had 10 assists against Sydney, and you get beat. We had 20-plus tonight, and you win. And it's really a simple formula for us on the offensive side of the ball. I thought we were active defensively. They run a lot of different stuff. It's very complicated, a lot smarter than I am. And, so I thought our guys did a really good job of guarding their stuff. But again, on the offensive end, us sharing the ball, we're successful when we do that.
Who stood out to you that maybe would have flown under the radar to people in the stands from your group?
Oh, man. That's a good question. I don't know if I can single out one person because I thought everybody contributed in some way today. Everybody who played. And even the guys who haven't been playing as many minutes have really did a good job the last couple of days of pushing us in practice. They always bring us energy on the bench. And, I just thought it was a team effort tonight all the way around.
Nate came out, looked like he was a little hobbling. Anything to worry about?
Yeah, I mean, he's been dinged up here for the last couple of weeks, and he's a tough kid, so he's not going to let this bother him. And we'll have a day off tomorrow, so hopefully the rest will help him. But, we'll see. It'll probably be something he's going to deal with the rest of the year.
Doesn't get any easier with Randolph-Macon coming in, right?
It doesn't. I mean, really, in this league, nothing's easy. TJB, thanks. Nothing's easy. I mean, Macon's a very solid team. They're well coached. They're athletic. They're big. So a lot of things that we had to do in this game, we're going to have to do on Wednesday. But I just want us to come with the same focus that we did today. Want us to compete and really just try to give us a chance to win.
Washington Lee will attempt to get back on the winning horse easy, but that horse is a mean one. It's the Hampton-Sydney Tigers in Farmville. Lynchburg, like we said, will host Randolph-Macon on Wednesday. Then this weekend, Lynchburg travels down the road to take on Emory and Henry on Saturday. Washington Lee will step out of conference and host Ferrum. For the Sports Buffet podcast, Bob Alvis.